Now is up, everyone! Today, I'd like to show you all something truly deplorable. So as you know, I've taken a bit of a break from the game because I've hated all this power creep that's been going on, and strange and unusual characters that I've never even heard of before being more powerful than characters that I well love and know. Well, luckily, we do have the devs, kind of thinking for us, and making sure that not all of our investments go down the drain. Well, still, they come from legendary heroes, and legendary heroes are a bit of a pain in the ass, mainly because, you can't even use them all the time in Aether Race if you want your dirt bonuses, but that's besides the point. The point is that I had this plus 10 Grima since she came out, and when the Dragon Flowers came out, I gave her all the Dragon Flowers because I love Grima. I love Grima a lot. And once I saw her refines and her legendary remix skills, I'm like, okay, that's it. I need to build her at some point. I've been taking a bit of a break, so I was like, I want to play other games first. And now that I'm done with most of them, although I'm thinking about playing a new Fire Emblem-like game called Dark Deity, I think I will use this opportunity to build her up because there's a limited hero battle featuring Eliwood, and it just so happens that awakening characters are needed, and I don't have many good and powerful awakening characters, except for this one. And now that she got her remix fixes and refinery, she's incredibly overpowered. It is an absurd upgrade. Having guard and tend to all stats is just disgusting, given the fact that she's a very well-balanced character. So in the past, I have always loved well-balanced characters. As you know from Selena Miku in the past, even though her attack is, maybe not all that great, she can use Ignis to easily cover that. And now we have Grima here, incidentally, also from Awakening. Maybe Selena's more from Fates, but you know what I mean. The point is that I like speedy characters with good dev and res, because even though the year now is 2021, and we have plenty of skills that negates follow-ups, I feel that speed will probably make a comeback once more and more no follow-up situations come about. Because right now, most important thing is that you need no follow-up. Honestly, I feel that if you don't have it, you're going to run into so many problems with the likes of Fallen Guard and, just about any other creature out there that has low speed but ridiculous every other stats. And right now, Grima is resistant to such things. She's actually rather fast. And with all these upgrades, she's even faster than before. I'm looking at 50 speed right now. I don't even have Summoner support or more flowers. But even with a +0 God Grima, you can achieve stats that I have right now. Because it's so absurd. 10 to all stats, what the hell is all this? When I saw this, I'm like, you know what, this is something that I need to build. And to build, I realized that Dragon Ball is probably her best B slot, because despite the fact that resistance is her dump stat, it's not that low. You can go up to 40-something resistance with her because of all these new upgrades, and most other people tend to have resistance as their dump stats anyway. So you will likely going to be able to match the enemy's resistance a good healthy chunk and get your 40% reduction, if nothing else. There's also Speed Res Rain that she comes with as part of the legendary upgrade to minus their resistance some more in case, they decide to have a little bit extra resistance than what is needed. But, she also targets resistance, so this is a attack and defense upgrade for her. It's very handy. And I've been thinking about how, hey, I've got my own Fallen Guard now with this setup. And I don't have to deal with enemies with no follow-up beating the shit out of me. Not that it really matters for Fallen Guard because her defenses are so high. But there are certain setups that you could use to blow her head off. But I'm sure you all probably already know about ways to stop Fallen Edelgard at this point. She's got a big bullseye on her head. Luckily, Grima, who can perform the same way now that, she's got Dragon Wall, is not quite on such radar. So she can get away with many things that Edelgard couldn't. In some cases, that makes her better than Edelgard. And also, she targets resistance, like I said. And targeting resistance is very, very disgusting. And that makes Edelgard a little weaker, even though her attack is, like, sky high. Sometimes the enemy, they have, like, 50-something defense, or 60-something defense from all their setups, but their resistance are less than desirable. In which cases, Grima will take care of them. But anyway, I seem to have gone off a tangent, but let's just say being able to have 10 to all stats and low bonuses on top of being able to negate flying. I don't think Fallen Edelgard negates armor effectiveness is very disgusting. Edelgard can negate armor, and now in this battle we will show why that is so incredibly disgusting and wrong, and why I think that this character might actually be better than Fallen Edelgard in some cases. Alright, so we're just going to auto-battle the whole thing, because as I've discovered, Grima can auto-battle the entirety of this battle. It's disgusting and not correct to do. So, as you can see, besides the -4 and -4 speed and resistance, I also -6 their attack and dev that came from Eliwood's bonuses. I pretty much neutralized any advantages that these guys would have had, especially with bonus doubler. Bonus doubler used to be one of my favorite techniques, but I feel that with all this LOL stuff going on around, it's really not as reliable as it should be. Honestly, when Ashura came out a few bit ago, I kind of regret summoning for her, because yes, she can negate panic, but being able to stop panic doesn't stop LOL. And having LOL means all your setups with bonus doubler is pretty much ruined. But on the other hand, it comes with a cost. Usually it takes up their B slots, and taking up their B slots is not something that you want for a character, because their B slots can be just about anything, like no follow-up, or something that allows you to negate damage, all sorts of stuff. The B slot is a lot more valuable than the A slot, unlike back in like 2017 where it's the complete opposite. Right now, B slots is, in my opinion, a premium. And it so happens that God Grima here has a wonderful setup where she just so happens to have guard on her weapon and LOL on her A slot, allowing me to have this setup where I can just now toss her Dragon Ball and do the same bullshit that legendary that Fallen Edelgard is known for. It is deplorable and not correct to do. But I've already mentioned about how I think that she's in some ways better than her already. So let's talk about this new call sign for her. I decided that I'm going to call her Ultra Ultimate God fucking damn it Grima! Because anything that can emulate the likes of Fallen Edelgard needs a stupid name such as that. 10 to all stats, like, what the fuck, man? You know, I'm really, really pleased to see this change. But man, now I've lost my, lost 6. I'm really pleased to see this change, to see that Grima gets such love. Because now I have solid defenses. In case that my Dragon Wall does not work, I can still I can still use my actual defense stats, including speed, to rip people to shreds. And I can actually double, unlike Edelgard. Yes, I might not have Gale Force abilities and the ability to actually equip Gale Force and attack 3 times. But hey, I can double. I can make sure that I beat the shit out of the ones that I'm fighting. No problem. And then I will devour them. Deplorable. Prepare to die. And now, you too will die.
I am the fell dragon Grima.
God Grima! All I need to do is have some kind of recovery skill, like Ether, and I'm fine. I might not recover 14 HP per turn like Edelgard, but it doesn't really matter, because I've got solid defenses, and I can heal off of anything that you do like this. Although, it would be kind of nice if I have some way to accelerate my my skill recharges. So I might change up the setup a bit to use a heavy blade or something. Right now I use the Dev Res, which honestly I didn't really do, but I did it anyway because originally I was planning to just negate the advantages of visible stats from AoE attacks from Legendary Eliwood, but as it turns out it wasn't necessary. But I decided that, you know what, I'll just keep it. I don't feel like changing it right now. I will think about messing with this a little bit. But yeah, speed acceleration. I mean, a charge acceleration from a heavy blade probably will be my my seal at some point. But I might also change up the C skill, because the free one is so good. I decided, you know what, it's not a big deal right now, but maybe later I could use Pole Smoke, or if they release even more disgusting C skills, I'm sure I will think of something in the future. Right now, I just want to focus on the few characters that I've already invested on, and turn them into horrifying monsters, rather than summoning new characters I've never even heard of before. Okay, maybe luckily right now we're actually still in kind of the 3 houses phase and all that stuff. But I think I might end up summoning for a few unusual characters down the line to bolster my setups. Right now I'm thinking about getting this. This has nothing to do with God Grima, but I feel like Flow Refresh will be very handy. As I've said earlier, something that can prevent units' follow-up attack, neutralizing effects that prevent unit follow-up attacks, is very handy. And now we have something for cavalry to use. And that, I already have a setup where you could use that to kill God. I'm getting things mixed up. Fallen Edelgard. Because Fallen Edelgard is so reliant on skills that can stop such things. I feel that it would be good if I don't rely on a character that can negate follow-up, but instead it still has good speed. If I can have like some kind of null follow-up seal or something similar to that, it would be very good that I could slap onto God Grima. But that's something we can talk about later. Anyway, I thank you all for joining with me in this wonderful journey of talking about Grima. Honestly, I feel like I may be a little long-winded sometimes, but it's just how I feel about this game lately, and I get a little talkative when it comes to that. Since I've played this game for nearly 5 years, I like to see my investments actually do well. But the words investment really sound so silly when it comes to wasting so much money on a game like this. But yeah, anyway, I've gone off tangent. Let's carry on again next time I use God Grima. Maybe I'll show her off in the Maether raids or something like that, or Arena or something. And perhaps I'll build Fjorm as well, because at the very least, even though legendary characters are kind of like, got bonuses here and there, and not always all the time, when they do get their bonuses, they get really, really powerful, especially if they are also the bonus character for the current match. But in any case, I think this will be it. I want to say thank you all for joining with me once again, listening to my babbling. Until next time.